Steve here, an operational strategist from Advanced Global, which is a team of Autotask experts. I was asked today, I was talking with a client, and we got to talk about how to track mentoring, shadowing time. You definitely want to give the tech credit for either mentoring or maybe it's a new tech and they're shadowing a more senior tech, and you want to give them credit for the time, but you don't want the client to know about it. So the short answer is to create a non-billable time entry, but the client pushed me a little bit more and said, what about a time entry speed code? So we're going to jump over into the Autotask admin module. We're going to go to the automations tab, down to forms and templates. And you will see that, let me filter this down to ticket time entries. There we go. And you will see we have a non-billable, non-chargeable one here. The difference is non-billable does not show up on the invoice. Non-chargeable does show up on an invoice. Non-chargeable would be a business development situation where you want the client to know how much time you spend pro bono work. You want credit from the client. But in this case, we're talking about non-billable. You have a shadow mentoring relationship, and you want a time entry so that you can see it in their timesheet so they get credit for it in their utilization. But you don't want the client to know it. So I'm going to take this non-billable and I'm just going to copy it. And we'll do a couple of things. The easy thing would be just to rename this mentoring shadowing. To be used by one of the two techs in a mentoring shadowing situation. The goal is to give the tech credit for the hours worked. That's a Autotask term. I would have said worked hours, but does not show on invoice. Okay, and let's just call this M/S, mentoring shadowing. We're going to make it available to anybody in the company. Just so you know, with any speed code, you can filter it down to a department. You know, say you want to call it engineering. But I'll just make this to everybody in the company. That way we don't have to putz around with departments. It's active. I'm not going to change the status of the ticket. This is non-billable, so we'll set that to yes. It is does not show on invoice, or show on invoice is no. So yes and no, that's where we want. We're not going to change the role. We'll leave the role, whatever it is, and time worked will be the clock that's tracking. And then we have accomplished, that's next steps. You may want to change this. This is our typical reminder to the tech to follow a communication protocol. And then everything below this should be blank. These are some UDFs that we're tracking. Notification table should be left blank. So there you go. That's how you create really any time entry speed code. In this one, I use the example of mentoring and shadowing. And quite frankly, it's the same process if I was making a ticket speed code or a note speed code or any of the other speed codes that are available, opportunity speed codes. There's a lot of places we use speed codes. So I will just click Save and Close, and then we'll have a mentoring shadowing in our library. If you have any questions or need any other information, just email us at info@agmspcoaching.com. That email address again is info@agmspcoaching.com. And other than that, have an awesome day.